Hi everyone, so in this video I'm going to show you how to start a new Unity project and how to get Unity to play nicely with Git. And in particular, this particular setup will require you to use the OpenSSH protocol to talk to our university's GitLite server. The same thing, however, holds true if you just want to push your project via SSH to GitHub. So what you should have installed at this point is, of course, Unity, and activate your personal license. You need PuTTY installed, and you need to have SourceTree installed, which is a great graphical front end for Git and Git itself. So, and how to do that, I actually describe in some other YouTube playlists, so you can go there for reference to get all that done. So again, Unity, Git, SourceTree, and PuTTY should be installed. You should have a public-private key pair, and that private key should then be loaded into the key agent. Let's actually start with that. So here's my private key. I unlock that and have it sit in Pagent right here so that I can talk to the Git server where I want to push the project to. So next up is let's start up Unity. And when that comes up, it gives us the opportunity to create a new project. And let's start doing that and create a new project with the version that we happen to have installed. This particular one is the 2019 long-term support LTS. So, and let's use this as the starting point for the actually demo project that I always go through with my students, which is the Rollerball. So let me just call the project name here Rollerball, and we can put it anywhere we want. The default location in the home directory is not the worst one. You can create a new directory for a file folder for that if you want to. I'll just stick to the defaults, makes things easier. And let's just create the project. And that should set up the project template and the scene and everything. And again, this is not a walkthrough through the Unity editor. The tutorial, the Rollerball tutorial, does that just fine. Gives you a good overview on that. So we're gonna, after we're done with this initialization, we are gonna concentrate our efforts on how to actually set up the project so that we can efficiently and effectively host it on GitHub or any other Git server. In our particular case, our university's GitLite server. So the initial creation takes a while, and here we go. And here we have the editor. Okay. So as far as settings go, there is one particular setting that we have to check for a particular version of Unity in order for it to play nice with Git as the source code management system. And that should actually be right here under Edit, Project Settings. And then here in Editor, we should see two things in particular. We should see that version control mode is set to visible meta files. The alternatives here was hidden meta files and then two other older source code management systems. Hidden meta files used to be the default. That's why I like to go check depending on the version of Unity that you're working with. Anything after, I believe, 2018 LTS should have visible meta files as the default. And then when it comes to serialization of assets, aka how our assets are stored on the disk, then this should be to force text instead of mixed or force binary. It used to be mixed in older versions of Unity. That's why, again, it's important to make sure that Git works with pure text, because that's what Git does best. So visible meta files and force text should be okay if you're working with a recent version of Unity. I'd still like to mention that so that you can check on that in case they ever change that back to other modes. So we're good to go, really. We have a sample scene for us directly set out. The directory layout is also relatively straightforward now. Again, in older versions of Unity, all of this was supposed to or had to be created manually. So so in the scenes folder, we actually see the sample scene. We can leave it at sample scene. We can rename it to default scene or whatever suits you. But let's just stick with everything being the default. And so we can really now already go ahead, because that's all we need for now. And actually save the project. And after we've saved the project, we can actually exit Unity. So far, so good. Next comes the Git part. So we need to put the directory where we just created our project under version control.